things, global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Many thanks for keeping faith with us. We are back and better. Well, my colleague is in the house, and there has been a lot trending right now. Peter Obi has finally decided to address this issue. Should I say newsers really? So for a while now, Reno Onkre has made Peter Obi his focus. Why? We really cannot tell. Well, Peter Obi has decided to address this matter once and for all, and Nigerians are reacting. And if you check our playlist, you notice that Reno Onkre has been picking on anything and everything Peter Obi does these few days. And people are insinuating, alleging that Reno Onkre was paid about $15,000 to do that. Well, that's another news. But let's quickly run through what Peter Obi said a few minutes ago. Then, of course, my colleague and I will look at this critically and, of course, leave it to you to judge, to decide what to make of it. Now, according to the news, Peter Obi said, and I'm quoting word for word, said, it has come to my attention and I strongly denounce the distortion of facts surrounding my actions and statements during my tenure as governor of Anambra State, particularly concerning the ongoing demolitions for the construction of the Lagos Calabar coastal superhighway. Now, my commitment to serving with integrity remains steadfast, and I encourage all Nigerians to unite for a prosperous future. In conclusion, I stand by my record as governor and reject any attempts to distort the narrative for political gain. My commitment remains unwavering to advocate for the rights and well-being of all Nigerians, ensuring that development initiatives prioritize the needs of the people. Most importantly, I will continue to insist that our national resources be applied with maximum frugality. He now said again, some few hours after, said, I have just confirmed that there are two very gory road accidents in Kogi and Enugu State, respectively, that claimed the lives of about 35 persons. That the Kogi incident happened on Sunday along Okene Lokoja Bay, where 19 persons were roasted alive, while the other occurred along Nsukka Enugu Road in Enugu State. And this is why I continue to shout that our mega resources should be channeled at prioritizing areas of fixing our internal roads to make them passable before going for super highway project, which will take the chunk of the resources meant for these essential areas. My heart goes to the families of the deceased and the injured, and as I pray to God to give them the strength to bear the huge loss, my condolences also go to the government and the people of Kogi and Enugu State, respectively. Peter Obi, my colleague, is in the house, and we want to look at this critically because it has become a cause for concern. Some few hours ago, or some few days back, really, the person of Reno Onkre has been at the neck of Peter Obi. Any little thing him says, Peter Obi, instead of him to use the money he had for other things, maybe to create energy, electrical energy, he was using it to do, said brewery and all that. He literally came for Peter Obi. He said the educational sector that Peter Obi is claiming that he did, and that Peter Obi did not start any educational sector from start to finish, and they should mention any. And he's really willing to give $10,000 or 11.4 million respectively, equivalent of that's in naira. And all of that went on. Peter Obi kept mute. Honestly, that was quite respectable of him. But it looks as if Reno was even more energized to still keep saying more. And now he's saying, look, stop distorting this. You know, it came to the point where they said, okay, Peter Obi, he keep claiming that the educational sector was good in his time, and that WAEC and all manner. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder. Peter Obi is not the president. He's not the commissioner. He's just like every other ex-governor. Why him? Why are they not moving against someone like Atiku? After all, he was also into politics. He was also contested. Why is everybody holding Peter Obi? They're even holding him more accountable than even the president, sitting president of the country. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on all of this drama?
Well, the reason why all of this is going on is the fact that Peter Obi has decided to take the position of a strong opposition against the current government. And in a strong opposition, he is unveiling a lot of things, not just the critical points or critical areas that must be fixed. He's trying to let Nigerians understand the loopholes in this government and which must be attended to. On the basis of that, this guy, the former Reno Mokri, who kind of want to buy into this government, is trying to do all in his power, not just to frustrate Peter Obi, as it has to do with 2027, but also to make sure he debunks virtually everything. Peter Obi has a very, solid record. Nigerians love him, and he's also trying to concretize that by ensuring, he's building already a foundation for his future election. But then this guy, seeing beyond most Nigerians and seeing beyond even this current administration, knows that if Peter Obi get consolidated in the hearts of people, it will be difficult for him to be, fail in the upcoming election. I think that's why all of this is coming. Atiku Abubakar has been quiet. He claims to be opposition, but just like the Imo State former governor said, that PDP, one of the things is that they are not fighting as an opposition against the PDP. Talking about Hedioha, yes. Hedioha had complained that that's one thing he has noticed, and that's why, since it's not aligning with his political belief, he has decided to step aside. Peter Obi had been the strongest opposition thus far. After the election, this guy went to bed and sleep. I think he's an old man, I don't understand. Atiku went to bed and sleep, but Peter Obi is fighting. That's why we are seeing all these fight from Reno Omkri, because Reno Omkri before had promised that as long as he leaves, Peter Obi cannot become the president of Nigeria. I think that's
but why all this personal? I feel, but some persons have been screaming and shouting that Reno received. I don't think so. Reno is just one person that if he picks on you or if he picks on any matter, he does not let it go. I strongly doubt that there was any money given to Reno for any reason. He just, even before this whole thing began, I could still remember Reno saying that he wouldn't watch Peter Obi become the president.
Yes.
And even when he was saying that, he was not even close to the sitting president. So it's just a Reno thing. It's just his personal thing. He just likes.
I don't think it's just Reno thing. Yeah, for me, I don't think it's just Reno thing. I think that Reno knows what it means to be in power, and he knows what he had enjoyed during the period of the former former president.
So if he speaks for the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu already have a team assembled that are working for him. So is it
you may not know what is going on. Politics is far beyond what we see on the outer level. There could be some movement on the inside. Could be he's a special advisor or special assistant to the president on all those opposition wahala. You understand? We can't tell. You understand? But as much as I know, even if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not looking his direction, but what he's trying to do is to make sure at the end of the day, you understand, at the end of the day, I am being brought into government once again. Even if I'm not being given an opportunity, I want to walk down the street of Nigeria without any politician running after me, at least for these 8 years, because I'm going to protect this government as much as I can. We know of another PDP guy also who was supporting Atiku Abubakar, talking about
Daniel Bwala.
Yeah, he was up there. But right now, from the way things are going, with his visit to the president, we can't tell what transpired in his meeting with Mr. President. We know of Jesus having 12 disciples, but if you look at the record, you notice that there were other secret disciples of Jesus. So there could be secret media assistants of the president. And I think that's what we are seeing here. That's why Peter Obi, for me, if you ask me, I would advise him, quit all this unnecessary online talking. He's talking too much.
I think I'll pose you on that. I feel that's the reason why he's relevant. If he quits the unnecessary talks, people will just forget about Peter Obi.
Now, some of the things, in the past. Some of the things Peter Obi is talking about, if you look at it, it doesn't make sense. For example, you attend somebody's burial, you come and announce that you just attended somebody's burial.
But he did mention something about the coastal highway. Calabar,
Yes,
Lagos Coastal Highway,
yes,
which is very relevant.
yes.
And you also mentioned the fact that the Gori site that took place in Kogi Enugu Road because of the bad roads.
Okay,
It makes a lot of sense.
it makes a lot of
Somebody
sense.
needs to keep this government
On
check.
track. Yes, that's absolutely true. But there are some other things that we see on social media, which is strictly his personal life, that shouldn't be there. All those visit to you want to visit one man who died in one or want to go and be part of the family and
What
all of
he's
that.
trying to get there is that he's accessible and he is the people's man, and there is no region that is exempted. The other time he went for a wedding of I think one of the emirs, the northerners, and he showed himself going to recite Quran. And what he's trying to say in effect is that all those campaign things that those people use against him, I am not against anybody. We are all one Nigeria. If you call me anywhere, if I'm available, I will come. So he knows what he's doing. It's very strategic.
Well,
If you ask me, he's doing the right thing. This is my personal opinion anyway.
okay, good that he's doing good and well he's doing all of that. But back home here we know that Labour Party is having a lot of issues right now. I feel that site should be fixed first of all before he starts, because right now everybody is seeing the presidential aspirant of Labour Party already, based on how things are. There are people positioned to fight him when that time comes. Already, it's obvious. You know that the leadership of Labour Party is already facing a lot of issues. So, personally, I think that those are some very primary and basic things he should do and continue with his opposition, but not informing Nigerians you want to go there. I just ate this morning in this place, and just try to be more focused, and that's just my point. That's where.
All right, let's go wrap it up. You've heard what my colleague said, and for the first time in a very long time, we seem to disagree on this issue. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in your comment in our comment section. What's your take? I believe that Peter Obi is doing just about the right thing, announcing each move he makes per time ahead of probably the next 2027 election. But my colleague believes it's not everything he does he should bring on social media. That's why he's up for dragging from people like Reno Onkri and the opposition. What's your take?